to me, like, there are placebo effects all around us. You use placebo effects whether you realize it or not, or you can use placebo effects to your advantage when it comes to manifestation. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is 𝗘𝗫𝗣𝗟𝗢𝗏 and I'm here to help you consciously manifest and create your reality. So let's just get straight into this video. The placebo effect, right? You've seen from the title, we're going to be talking about the placebo effect and all that stuff. So first of all, let me get into what the placebo effect is. Basically, they explain the placebo effect where it's normally used in medical trials. With the placebo effect, they would have two groups. You have the control group, who they give the placebo effect to, and normally they're given like a sugar pill, or depending on what it is they are trialing, they will give them something that isn't actually the medication, but the patients don't know. So the two groups, they're completely random. They don't know whether they're actually getting the real medication or they are getting the placebo, and then they will test it to see the effects. Now, the thing with the placebo is that a lot of times they see, or the whole point of the placebo and what a placebo does is it's the belief that person has that they are getting the real medication and that they are going to get better, that then actually makes them better when they weren't really given the medication. Like a sugar pill is not going to have any effect. Whatever the illness is, it's not going to actually have any effect on your body in the same way that an actual medication does that has different chemicals, etc. Same if they use saline solution, like whatever they use, the whole point of the placebo is that it has no actual like chemical effect on your body in terms of the healing and stuff. But what they find with the placebo effect is that because people believe so much in this particular thing that actually has no particular effect, they've come to realize, or to me, my understanding of the placebo effect is basically what manifestation is in a nutshell. It's basically you believing that you have this particular thing, that you have this, you have that XYZ is going to actually happen, and by you doing certain things, you're then going to get it, even when those certain things don't have an actual effect. It's just your belief in that particular thing that then creates it for you. Same with the placebo effect, it's just the patient's belief in that particular pill that they think is actually healing them, that actually has properties in it that's going to heal them. But they believe it so much that every time they are taking it, they are believing, okay, this is going to make me feel better. But what's really happening is it's just their mind. It's just the power of their mind and the power of their belief that then actually cures them. My whole point about placebo effects is that, to me, like, there are placebo effects all around us. You use placebo effects whether you realize it or not, or you can use placebo effects to your advantage when it comes to manifestation. So one of the biggest placebo effects that I think there is when it comes to manifestation techniques. So if you are new here, you won't have heard me say this. If you aren't, you probably hear me say it all the time, that techniques don't actually manifest for you. They are a tool. So in the same way that sugar pill is not actually doing anything for you, but it's the belief that you have in that particular sugar pill, for example, that is going to heal you, cure you, all that kind of stuff. It's the same with manifestation techniques. Like, the techniques themselves are not special. They have no special power, like all that kind of stuff. So to me, I think one of the biggest placebo effects within the manifestation community, within you knowing about manifestation and all of that kind of stuff, are techniques. So you believe that, or you might believe that by scripting, by visualizing, by doing whatever the latest like trend is, whatever the latest trend when it comes to manifestation techniques, you have so much belief in that particular technique and the fact that, okay, if I do this and I do it every single day and I script every day and I read it every day, if I visualize every single night, if I whatever, that is going to manifest for you. But it's not that. It's your belief in the technique, and it is also the fact that you are changing your state, you are changing your inner world. Like, the techniques are literally just tools that you apply to be able to direct your mind into you already having the particular thing. But your belief in the fact that by you doing this particular technique that you are going to manifest, that is a placebo effect in and of itself. So the great thing about placebo effects is that you can use it for literally anything. Like for me, for example, for whatever reason, and I've noticed that it is a placebo effect for me, I seem to manifest a lot of things in the bathroom, in the shower, like whatever it is about the bathroom, my belief in that whatever I decide on, whatever I decide is real for me now, whatever I decide like I'm going to have, I already have, etc., etc., I then manifest that particular thing. Like it could just be in the shower, for example. Like I've manifested friends, I've manifested a job, I've manifested specific people when it comes to relationships, all in my bathroom. I've declared that, you know, I have this particular person, I have this particular job, I have this particular friend, etc., and then it manifests for me. That is a placebo effect, because it's not because I'm in the bathroom, it's not because I'm doing it in the shower, it's nothing to do with that. It's just my belief in it, and my belief in whatever it is to do with like the bathroom and the shower and all that kind of stuff. It is a placebo effect. It's the same way that like you could have a placebo effect where every time you drink water, you get more money, your SP contacts you, your whatever your goal is, you can make a placebo effect for it. You can create a placebo effect that every single time you brush your teeth, you get money. Every single time you wash up, every single time, if you have a pet, every single time you take your dog for a walk, every single time you play with your cat, every single time you see a pink car. I say pink, that is such a random color, but if you want it to be, every single time you see a pink car, a black car, or a yellow car, or whatever, that you get XYZ. It could be money, it could be stuff like that. You can literally create a placebo effect for anything that you want. And I think placebo effects can be used, or I think placebo effects, especially when like you have a lot of resistance to certain things, like if there is something that you are trying to manifest that you feel you have a lot of resistance to, for whatever reason, you have limiting beliefs to do with that particular thing, you think it's hard, you think it's not possible, etc., etc., use a placebo effect. Use a placebo effect that, let's say you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight or whatever, use a placebo effect such as every time I drink water, I lose weight. Every time I drink this protein shake, I gain weight, I gain X amount of pounds, I gain X amount of stone, I gain or lose X amount of pounds, etc., etc., right? Another thing as well that can be used as like placebo effects, like even when you like different workouts, for example, that you might see on TikTok. Let's say you see this new workout technique. Sorry, my neighbor is like doing something and I really don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me properly or not. We'll just wait. Okay, so oh my gosh. Anyway, I use placebo effects for literally anything. Just decide what your placebo is going to be, and it's your belief in it that is going to make it work for you. Now, everyone can have different placebo effects. Mine could be like, you know, this might work for me. Every time I water my plant, every time I water my plants, I get more sales. Every time I water my plants, I get more followers. Like, this is something that could work for me because of my belief in it. I don't have this as a placebo effect, but I just saw my plant and thought of it. But it can literally be anything. You just decide on your placebo effect. And another thing, when it comes to placebo effects, don't look into the actual like scientific thing behind it. For example, let's say you're taking the workouts, for example, and that's your placebo effect, that you've seen this particular gym TikToker say that if you do this particular exercise, then your bum is going to grow, etc., etc. Just believe in that. Like, don't then go and Google, okay, does this technique actually work? Does actually work? Does X, like whatever it is, and it doesn't have to be gym stuff. Don't go and actually Google if that thing is going to work, because the thing with manifestation is that it is not logical. There is nothing about manifesting, about creating your reality that is logical. So don't then go and look at what your brain might want to be logical about it, but just don't do it. Just believe that this is going to get you that, and it will get you that result. That's all a placebo effect is. It's about you believing that by you doing this particular thing, it's going to have this particular result. And obviously the understanding comes with knowing that it's not because of that particular thing that you healed. It's just your belief. It's just your belief in it, in the same way that it's not because these patients took a sugar pill or were given this particular saline solution that they actually got better, but it's their belief in it. So yeah, comment down below if you have used any placebo effects and like your success stories, how placebo effects have helped you to manifest any particular thing that you have wanted. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.